Hi guys, and welcome back. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome to I'm Destiny Calling Tarot. And Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to cover the time frame of March 22nd through March 28th. Also, I've selected a winner for the free personal reading contest. The winner is Wendy Jackson. Already put that out there and have been in contact. So keep up to date with the videos over the next few weeks. I will likely be offering yet again another free reading. All right, guys, before we get started, let's just settle our energies a little bit. It's very early in the morning here where I'm at. It's a great way to start the day, have peace of mind, clear our thoughts, start everything off on a good positive note, okay? All right, let's take a deep breath. Ready? Yeah, we're gonna release all of the negative, toxic energies from our body. We're gonna take another deep breath. It's going to allow us to bring in all of the positive energies our way. All right, so this is going to be a general reading for the Capricorn Collective. So where it's general, you might notice specific messages not resonating with you. So if you don't try to force them. It simply means those particular messages weren't meant for you, and that's okay. Dates as well, guys, really just our general guidelines here in the reading, so keep that in mind as we go along. I hope everyone is doing well considering the issues going around with the virus. I'm not really going to put too much energy into it. Definitely have to acknowledge that it's out there. I hope for all of you that you're physically well, healthy and wealthy. But I mostly hope that you are also mentally healthy, mentally stable, mentally in a great place. Personally, myself, I am limiting the amount of news that I am intaking on a daily basis. I get the basic information and I leave it at that. And then I focus on all of the positive things around me for the rest of the day. Trying to keep it simple, right? Things are slowing down right now. Everybody just take a slower pace, you know, get back to the old school things that maybe you haven't really been focusing your time on. If you have children around, spend more time with the children. Something interesting that I saw online regarding keeping things positive, positive mindset is coloring. This might not be your thing. However, coloring, whether it be for the kids or the adult coloring books, it allows you to really still your mind to focus. And for those of you that have a hard time with meditation, that actually allows a half an hour of an adult coloring book will allow your mind to begin to practice a meditative state. So I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. All right, Capricorn. The light is starting to shine in the window here. It was so dark when I first started this video. I wanted to get started early this morning. Excited to do your reading. It's going to be a busy day today. Focus on all of the things that you can get done at this time. Things that you can't control. Keep it simple, right? I find it really interesting that during stressful times or stressful events, you really get to see people's true colors. It's kind of eye-opening, really. I personally believe that um, things may end up, they may, I'm just going to put that out there to be a realist. Things may actually, you know, get worse before they get better. But I continually tell myself, when you look at history and the things that people have endured, we got this. We got this. This too shall pass. And I do hope for everyone that at the end of the day, once it does pass, people will be in a new mindset permanently. You will start to value your health. You will start to value people around you who are good for your mental health. You will start to really be grateful for the things that you do have in your life. And you'll really start to see everything that is important and all of the things that really just aren't that important. Alright, we're going to get started on the selected cards. Okay. Spirit, please provide messages for Capricorn. And this is going to be to cover the time frame of March 22nd through March 28th. Spirit, what messages would you like to have come forward for Capricorn? Okay, these are your cards. Let's take a look. This will be the overall energy oracle card, so it's going to provide us with the overall energy for the entire reading here today. It says balance, spirituality, and practicality. It says full moon in Pisces. I'm going to read out of the book for this particular one. I don't normally, but when I feel called to, it's usually because there is a message that needs to come forward. So it says full moon in Pisces, and full moon generally means a new beginning. So I like the sound of that. All right. Sorry guys, just one sec here. Okay. It says, have you been too head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solution to your answer may come through very clearly. If you are in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. I found that the messages coming out for a few of the signs during this time frame that I'm reading this week kind of been harsh messages for some people, kind of really just saying it like it is. And normally I try my best to put a positive spin on the readings, but sometimes it is what it is, and I'm going to send those messages forward with the most amount of love that I possibly can. So this is going to be really very, very important, not just for you, but for everyone during this time, to balance spirituality and practicality. So for the practical issues that are happening around us, yes, you definitely want to be responsible as far as, washing your hands and making sure that you're keeping distance from individuals, social distance, in order to not spread germs. But you also want to focus on your spirituality, and not in the sense that you are head in the clouds type of fantasy, but actually connecting with your higher self. Okay? It also says meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. Isn't that beautiful? It says you're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. Follow your intuition, it won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. The person you are inquiring about is a soulmate. So if you're actually asking that question over and over again when you're watching tarot readings, that's likely the answer that you're looking for. Specific to you if it resonates with your situation. And then final thing says, avoid substance abuse. That is going to be so important at this time. People have more time on their hands. They're trying to numb their feelings or their worries, and unfortunately that might become somewhat of an issue. So just putting that out there. All right. So this is going to be your inspirational message. I will leave that for the end of the reading. All right, what do we have for cards? Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'll probably get a few additional clarifying cards as we go along. Oh, I love my animals. My dogs are some funny. Okay. So the first card up says, the burden. Make sure you guys can see. My daughter's playing with her dinosaur. I don't know if you can hear it. All right, so this card in a traditional deck would be the Six of Swords. Okay? So what this is symbolic of is it's actually, when it says the burden, it represents the end of a difficult situation. So you are actually coming out of something, and it's an odd time for this to be happening, but believe it or not, on an energetic level, it really truly is. It's symbolic that things are looking up, and a lot of people during this time are very much looking for a deeper sense of meaning and rewards. This card in particular is extremely symbolic of stepping into the unknown and also having complete and utter faith that the universe will bring you exactly what it is that you desire. Now, that's not to say that you can sit on the couch all day and it will just appear. I'm not saying that by any means. I'm saying this would be a really, really great time just to take a little bit of time to yourself. Jot down a few ideas about what you think you would like to have your life look like in 5 years, and kind of on a daily basis maybe add a few details to that to kind of work towards a plan. Even a vision board would be a really, really helpful tool at this time. Right now, it is about living in the present moment as far as focusing on connecting with the higher self. But I do think it's also important to focus on the positive aspects long term in the future. Short term right now might be a little bit tricky. All right, we have playfulness. Playfulness is their next card up. This is all about your childlike energies. It's really about, again, it could be you living in fantasy, romanticizing mode. This is not a bad thing, just don't stay there 100% of the time, that's all. And this one is quite interesting. I find this one, I'm going to take a quick look in the book for this one, just because this is not a traditional tarot deck. I find these cards really interesting. They give a little bit of a different perspective. All right, so the Miser card. All right, it says, the moment you become miserly, you are close to the basic phenomenon of life, expansion, sharing. The moment you start clinging to things, you have missed the target. Because things are not the target, you are your innermost being, which is the target. Not a beautiful house, but a beautiful you. That's quite dark, isn't it? Not much money, but a rich you. I truly believe the times that we're coming into, the new form of wealthy is not going to necessarily be abundant in materialism. It's going to be more so abundant in health, abundant in mental health, abundant in spirituality, abundant in connections, abundant in all of the things that maybe we haven't been focusing on. And in a way, in a sense, it might actually be getting back to more old school ways. Be an opening available to millions of things. Are you guys feeling these cards with the overall energy here? I hope you are. Oh wow, okay. So there's an additional page here for the Miser card. It says this woman here in the picture, I'm sorry it's so dark, it is starting to brighten up here though. This woman has created a fortress around herself, and she's clinging to all the possessions she thinks are her treasures. In fact, she has accumulated so much stuff with which to adorn herself, including the feathers and fuss of living creatures, that she has made herself ugly in the effect. This card challenges us to look at what we are clinging to and what we feel we possess that is so valuable it needs to be protected by a fortress. It needn't be a big bank balance or a box full of jewelry. It could be something as simple as sharing our time with friends or taking the risk of expressing our love to another. Like a well that is sealed up and becomes stagnant from disuse, our treasures become tarnished and worthless if we refuse to share them. That is so, so true. Whatever you've been holding on to, remember that you can't take it with you. Loosen your grip and feel the freedom and expansiveness sharing can bring. This is like a very strong message for me personally, but I do feel it's unfortunate that during these times we can see some people's true colors come out. We have to have some patience overall, I believe, during this time. That's going to be where the maturity comes in. So for those who are acting selfish. For those who are really stuck in a belief system or a mindset, even for those who are elderly and who are maybe a little bit more fearful than the younger generation right now. So if you're in a senior citizen category, you might feel more vulnerable at this time as well. So have a lot of compassion for those individuals at this time. That's where the maturity is going to come in. Obviously, postponement here. A lot of people are likely feeling as though plans that they've had are completely at a halt. Obviously, there's a lot of things that are shut down. Personally, I am seeing it as a time of reflection, and I truly do believe that the positive thing that will come out of all of the situations that we're going through at this time are the ability to have a large group of people at one time, sit back and really reflect. Self-reflection is needed so desperately at this time. It's almost as if the universe is aware of that and forcing us all to do it. So yes, things are going to be postponed at this time. It's not the end of the world. It's not. I can promise you that. Things will come about again. Your plans will pick up. It's just right now they're on hold, and that's okay. All right, next card here. It is a Major Arcana card. So it says integration. It's a patience card in a traditional tarot deck. It's all about balance, right? It's all about balance. It's all about a need to stay grounded, optimistic. It's about self-healing, a need to go with the flow. It's okay that right now we're going day to day. We're going with the flow in the moment. Sensing that those of you who are healers and psychics really are feeling the call to connect with those who are struggling on a very deep level at this time. Capricorn, you definitely can be in the category of healers. Make sure you're taking care of filling your own cup first, if that is your situation. But overall, this is, like I said, it's all about patience here. Just understanding that we need to take a step back, reevaluate things from a different perspective, seeing things with a big picture mentality. Really just understanding that it might be a while before we start to see regular routines come back to our lives, and at the end of the day we may actually see some positive changes out of how everyone in the universe is treating each other. I truly do feel that. All right, next card. Says participation. So, in a traditional tarot deck, this would be the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. So this is energies here that are going to I believe allow you to have harmony in your relationships. So if you're spending more time around your neighbors, where you're homebound, if you're spending more time with family members that you normally don't see on a regular basis because you're both going different ways into work. The funny thing is, some relationships right now may need that time together to reconnect. And it's almost as if the universe is doing you a favor, putting you together again without options of really separating at this point, because people are so isolated in their homes. And then for others, it really is maybe bringing to light situations where it has been a while where you haven't been getting along with a partner or a mate. And this might really be a test as to whether or not things are going to progress or not. If you can make it through this, you can likely make it through anything. If you don't feel that you can make it through this going forward, well, then your relationship, it might be time to reevaluate. But this is really about allowing yourself to feel the energies of a happy home. Really just be at peace in your home. Make your home your sanctuary. Overall feeling just relaxation mostly here. So that's beautiful. And the last card says flowering. So this would be symbolic of being grounded, really earthy energies here, being resourceful. This is specifically coming out in your reading to remind you of how truly loved and supported you are by the universe. You're being a realist at this time, but you're also balancing, I see towards the end of this time frame here that this covers, you're really balancing. You have a balancing act going on. You're perfectly balancing things in the sense that you're staying grounded, realistic, but you're also allowing yourself to see the everyday magic and fantasy. So like I say, you're getting a really great handle on really just being grounded, generous here. Really down to earth energy. I love it so, so much. All right, guys, I was going to pull a few additional cards, but I think I'm going to end it right here today for this reading. I am going to finish off, though, with the inspirational message. Oh, it's beautiful. It says, I choose to learn through love. And where we're all at right now, we have a choice. You have the choice of fear or love. Which are you going to choose? I know personally I have chosen love. Love of self, love of my own inner strength, love of my connection with my higher self, and love and gratitude for all that the universe has given to me. And I can already feel my heart just welling up with gratitude for all of the things that I can look around today and see that I do have, instead of focusing on all of the lack. And this is a really, really important time to focus on gratitude for exactly what we have in this moment in time. I think we're going to have to go outside today and jump on the trampoline and get the kiddos to do some exercise. All right, guys, I'm going to end the reading here today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so, so much to each and every one of you who have liked, commented, and subscribed. I do truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So if you haven't already, please remember to like, and don't forget to click on subscribe. Bye.